What's up, everybody? So we're gonna get right into this haircut tutorial. This is gonna be doing a taper fade, and I'm not very good at these voiceovers because I'm not good at talking to a YouTube audience. I need to see who I'm talking to. I'm not really good at talking at a microphone, so I'm watching this video with my wife Melissa right now, and I'm gonna explain the haircut to her as we go along, and you guys could just follow along at home. So right now I'm putting in the first guideline right here, starting at the top of his ear and just go diagonal, pointing straight up at his eyebrow. And then with the Oscar fast feeds, with the lever open, no guard, we're gonna put another guideline going from the top of his ear but to about a ½ an inch above the first guideline that we put in. You just want to keep it parallel with the first guideline and even. Now with the number 1 guard, with the lever open, we're going to create our next guideline, and it's just going to go right in the middle of his head, and it's going to go all the way around his head. This is going to be the start of the fade portion of the haircut. So again, you want to keep the guideline even with the others, parallel. Each section you want it to be even. So I go over it a few times, you can see here, just to make sure that I'm cutting all the hairs even to the even same length in each section. It's just going to create an even smooth transition when you blend it all together. So now you got the number 2 guard on, and you're putting your next guideline on, again another ½ an inch above the other ones, and keeping each section parallel and even. And you wanna brush the hair. You can see I'm brushing the hair in between every now and then. Brush the hair to make sure that you're pushing it back down what you're cutting. And you can see right here I kind of slowed it down to real time so you can see the motions that I'm using. I'm not pushing into his hair. I'm just going straight up, so the blend will go straight up. Now with no guard on, with the lever closed, I'm just gonna flick away at the bottom, that bottom line right there. Just to blend it all in. You don't want to make any more guidelines. So you can see right here I'm only using the corner of the blade, and then I open the lever a little bit and go up a little bit further. Just keep hitting that line, flicking away at the line until you have the lever open up halfway. Right there, you open it up halfway and you flick up the line a little bit more, and then you open it up 3/4 of the way, and you keep flicking at the line, and you'll see it blending in. And you just keep going until you get the lever all the way open and you're blending up to where you created that first guideline with the lever open. And there we are with the lever all the way open. And you can see we just have a nice blend all the way up to that first guideline. Now you're going to do the same thing with each guard. So right here we have the 0 guard, and have the lever all the way closed, and the same thing just with the corner of the blade flicking away at that bottom line that we created now from where we had no guard with the lever open to the number 1 guard. Now the number 0 guard is just going to bring it all together, that blend. Slowly opening the lever halfway, flicking away at the line 3/4 of the way, and then all the way open. And that's when you can start to see the blend. You see the blend right there. Now with the number 2 guard, with the lever closed, just kind of blend it in to make it all connect. Now moving to the other side of the hair, I had the number 1 guard on, and you're just going to do that same guideline that you did all the way around the head, connecting it to the other side. Make sure it's all even. Now with the number 2 guard, going a ½ an inch above that, creating the next guideline. It's important that every section is even. When you cut it, you want to make sure that you cut all the hair in there evenly, so that when it blends, you'll be able to see the transition, and it's going to go with the even blend. Now you make the guideline to start the taper, going from the ear to the C cup. No guard, lever open. It's all the same steps we did on the other side. Right here I got the number 1 guard. So with no guard, lever closed, flicking away at the bottom line, slowly, gradually opening the lever to blend up, then going to the 0 guard, doing the same thing. Now in the back taper, when you put in the bottom guideline, you want to put it in at an arch. And then I used the Andes shaver to make it real bald on the bottom. He was real ticklish on his neck. He was dying. That part was so funny because it was hard. It was hard for him. Anytime something touched his neck, he was busted up. So with no guard on, with the lever closed, I just started flicking away at the bottom line so that we don't have that first guideline to worry about, just knocking it out right away. And to get away from his neck, because I was trying to get this part over with as fast as possible, because he couldn't stand it. So with the lever open, creating the next guideline up about 1 inch. In the back taper, you have more room to work with, so the guidelines, you want to make them a little bit bigger. And now right here we have the number 1 guard, and we already did this guideline when we did it all the way around the head, remember? But in this part, I'm just making sure that it's even and that it's connected all the way around, so that it all connects as one haircut. And you can do the guidelines, you can connect them all the way around when you first do it, or you can do one side at a time like this. It's all preference, really. Usually, normally, I do the guidelines all the way around to keep them evenly, but for the sake of YouTube and when I'm recording videos, I like to do one side and then switch it to the other side and do the other side, just for the video, so I'm not flipping it back and forth. So the same steps with the back taper with the blend that we did on the sides. Right here, got the 0 guard with the lever closed, flicking away at the line that we put from the lever open to the number 1. Now just doing some detail work right here. Any dark spots that you see, flick them away, open and close the lever as necessary. And you just want to make sure, you just want to connect the haircut right here. I'm just doing some detail work so that it flows together all the way around. You can see it has a nice blend. Now to the fun part. On the top, we just gonna brush it out. And like I said, he didn't want to cut any of it off. He just wanted it to blend into the sides a little bit more. So just gonna wet it down, make it a little bit more manageable so that I can comb it. So to blend the top into the sides, all you're gonna do is over direct the hair back and combing it with my fingers. I'm just gonna pull it straight and comb the hair and cut the hair straight up. The same motion that I did with the clippers, how I went straight up off of his head. You're gonna connect that hair to the hair on top, but you want to go in a straight up motion with the, if that makes any sense. I'm holding the hair out at a 90-degree angle with my fingers, and then just cutting whatever goes past that with the shears. You can see right here. You want it to go to straight 90-degree angle. Just to drop my comb. So right here, same thing on the sides. Just over direct the hair at a 90-degree angle and cut it straight up, and that just makes a nice smooth blend. You'll see when you're done, when you comb it down, it all blends straight in from the top, from the long hair on top to the number, what was it, number 3 that we did on the side, or number 2. Same thing on this side. Now with the clipper over comb, just gonna blend it in a little bit more so that it all flows, it all connects together. All the little detail counts. Once you finish with the fade and the steps and everything that you have to do with the system, then you go back and you do all the detail. And right here we're gonna do the lineup, and I'm just using the corner of the trimmers. And I just sketched the line around his ear. It's the easiest way to keep it even. Using the corner of the trimmers and just sketch the line out around a circle around his ear. Same thing on this side. Be very careful right here too, because you can cut them sometimes if you have your trimmers too sharp. I don't have the trimmer zero gap because I have a heavy hand and I'll be marking people's foreheads up if I put them too sharp. But his lineup was kind of a lot of kids, their hairlines are kind of difficult because they have all that baby hair right there, and I didn't really want to push them back, so I just combed down the baby hairs and lined them up. Kind of kept it natural. Again, doing a little bit of detail work here in the end. Just want to go through and make sure that you erase all the guidelines and there's no hard lines, there's no dark spots. Dust my man off. Get some Tomb 45 shave gel. This stuff right here works. Man, I love this stuff. So when you use the straight razor, you wanna pull the skin. See, I'm using my thumb to pull the skin while I'm hitting it with the razor. It just stretches the skin and it makes it that much easier to shave the hairs off without cutting them. Or you also want to be careful with your other fingers, that you're not like putting your fingers in his mouth or in his nose or poking his eyes out when you're doing that. So just pulling on the skin, stretch the skin, and hit it with the razor. And the camera died, so I had to switch cameras for the final shot, but this is it. This is the final result. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, like the video, subscribe, comment below, let me know what you think, and thank you guys for watching.